Back to my channel, it's Christy here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you don't know your Moon and Rising sign, Sagittarius, there is a link in the description box where you can find out your whole birth chart. And that way, for additional information for the week, you can always check out your Moon and Rising sign readings as well as your Sun sign reading today. So this is for Sagittarius for the week of August 22nd to August 29th. This is a general reading, so whatever is most prominent in your life this week, I will encourage you to apply these messages to, and hopefully you find them helpful and healing. I'll be using the Wisdom of the Oracle Tarot for a 3-card spread today. We'll be looking at a central issue, the cause, and probable outcome, and then using the bottom of the card in the deck for general energy for the week, and as always, drawing additional message cards from the Healing with the Angels Tarot and the Medicine Card Tarot. So I'll be asking, what does your sign need to know? If it's not making sense or not appealing to you, you can always check out your Moon and Rising sign readings and they might be more helpful for the week. So what does Sagittarius need to know? All right. Okay, so Sagittarius, what I'm going to do is just do a little mini snapshot of all the cards in tandem here, and then we'll look at each in their respective positions. So what I'm getting a general feel about regarding the week for you with all 4 cards is that you're in process of something. Something needs to be finished, updated, edited, polished, completed, to your standards, right? To your satisfaction. And it may have to do with something or another portion of your life, or this may have to do with where you belong or a sense of belonging, who you find you're affiliated with or who you used to be affiliated with, and you're trying to find basically your balance between where you fit in, where you used to fit in, and sort of what your tribe looks like now, or where you think you fit in and belong. And then we are looking at issues of really unpacking why you think you belong in a certain place, or why you don't think you belong there. So we're looking at issues of completion, finishing something up, belonging, and reasoning why we find ourselves in certain positions, how we got there, and maybe how to switch things up, which is pretty exciting. So in your central position is the tribe. This represents you this week. In what is influencing or causing the current situation is the go the distance card. In the probable outcome is building blocks. And then for your general energy regarding the whole week is unfinished symphony. So let's begin here as general energy. This is where I'm getting the information that something rests undone. Something isn't complete yet. You need to go the distance here. You need to keep going in this direction. And it's just a process. This isn't something that you've given up on or even can be rushed, frankly. Because we have both unfinished symphony and go the distance here, we have something that it appears as though you're not avoiding, but that's something that is a variant of phases or applications or themes or even levels. If this is regarding a discipline or school in particular or something like that, maybe it has something to do with the arts itself or with a maths, which is a kind of art. So yeah, we're looking at issues of completing something, editing, polishing something up. This could uniquely have something to do with the arts or an artistic way in which you go about something. You could be looking at influences that have to do with the arts with regard to this issue. So whatever is going on here, in particular in your life specifically here, Sagittarius, we are looking at something that needs to be brought to life, something that's about to be hatched here, right? But you're sitting on it. You're giving it some thought. You're really processing something here. And like I said, there's no real overarching, there's no dark clouds here. There's no sense of being upset or even rushing anything, but really just about phases and processes. So I wouldn't give yourself a hard time about anything this week. I would just keep going the way you're going here and rest assured that as long as you have an outcome in mind, Like if you have an end goal or a completion date, that type of thing, I would keep going in that direction and don't give up on what you're working on this week. And like I said, as it's a general reading, so this could have anything to do with, you know, anything between romance and career and travel. So again, whatever's most prominent in your life, but maybe this is a trip, right? Maybe you're just not done your trip, or you wanted to tack something else onto it, or something catching your fancy and you want to bring it in to the concept that you thought was finished. So those are just some variations around unfinished symphony here. And the card that represents you this week is the Tribe. And this is really just the quintessential, where do I belong? Who are your homies? Who are your friends, right? We're looking at comradeship here. We're looking at allyship here. And really discovering where you belong and why you belong there. There could be an instance here this week as well, because something goes unfinished or you need to complete something here, that you're really studying about this issue, about where you belong, or a sense of belonging, or even understanding about other tribal or communal or cultural attributes or themes. So something's really caught your fancy this week and you're really doing a lot of learning or studying about this, or even applying it. If you're at the application stage, of course, this could be another theme regarding levels or phases where things just have to go in a certain order. So yeah, it looks like you're giving this a lot of thought. Like I said, I don't feel at all that you're being driven out of something or into something. This is something you're taking upon yourself, and you know, you're doing it lightheartedly. Like I said, there's really no dark clouds here or anything like that. You're really just discovering for yourself where you are. You could even be being called into a certain group that you weren't aware of before, or you felt you had no allyship with before. So I really feel like there's a new or an ongoing phase of development, personal development here for you, Sagittarius. In the Go the Distance card, of course, this is what is leading up to the present moment here. This is why I really believe that something goes unfinished, but you're willing to take it to task. You're willing to complete the trip or the study or the research or the job, or the outcome awaits you, and there's nothing that's going to keep you from this. It may have to do something specifically with this sense of tribalism. When we say tribe, obviously, I'm really just meaning, you know, like I said, your comrades, right? Where you belong, your friends, your peer groups. So this really could be about questioning your role in there, or questioning if you fit in there, or if they fit into your worldview. So I would keep going here. There's really nothing holding you back. And like I said, you might even be excited to keep going, because it is a study. It could even become a revelation, a type of revelation for you. And even if you're doing it with a little sense of skepticism, like if you're learning something new or looking at new material, or certainly like culturally, you might even be doing it to prove yourself wrong or to prove somebody else wrong. I don't think it really matters at this point why you're going into this practice or this attitude or this mind frame. What matters is your intention when you're there and what you hope to achieve when it's done. And I really feel here is that you're being really fair-minded, really open-minded, and willing to take the truth, as it were, willing to accept reality and the truth. And then ultimately, with your probable outcome card, either switch up what you've already built or re-examine what you've already built because of your new knowledge or your new experiences here. And this is actually really cool. This is why I feel like even if you're doing it through a sense of skepticism or putting yourself, you know, through some sort of tests just to make it fun, or however you're approaching this, I do think it's going to be ultimately very, very positive, because anytime we're able to examine where we are currently, which many people don't even bother doing, right? They just accept things, even if it's a rut, even if it's not where they want to be, they just accept it. And I don't see this happening for you. You expect something else here. You expect something to come from this study, from this effort. And I really do feel like it is going to impact on a larger, small scale. I guess that's up to you. But it is going to impact the way that you currently live, believe, think, behave, etc. Or like I mentioned here, your alliances or affiliations. And you're going to, I really feel very positively here, either within the week or shortly thereafter, begin applying this new knowledge or this new information to your beliefs and ideologies and theories and so forth. So I think that you're really drawing in information in order to make it a part of the way that you go about the world. I really think that you're more interested in gaining knowledge, whether or not it upsets your worldview. And congratulations, because a lot of people won't even let themselves go there. Because it's threatening, right? It's threatening to upset your worldview. Most people are comfortable there. And a lot of people won't even put in the effort. So if this is going on with you this week, Sagittarius, like, congratulations, because this is how societies evolve. By looking at new information, whether or not it appeals to us, whether or not it upsets what we've already put into motion necessarily, or what we've already made static for ourselves, what we feel settled in, and really give the dark areas of that illumination if there's been something missing or something that wasn't making sense, etc. So this is a really good theme here. I would keep this up if possible. So I had these two jumpers. I am going to take them here as additional messages. Of course, we have study, and I'm not surprised at all here. I really am convinced that there is some study going on here. If it's outside of, say, an institution, it doesn't matter. It can be a study of any sort. Like I said, it could even be specifically the arts or an artistic way of going about this. And by that, I just mean a uniquely creative way for you to go about this study. And yeah, no joke. I am seeing that there's a great deal of study here, and not only looking for new knowledge, but finding ways to apply it and to incorporate these new facts into your life and into your worldview. So, I mean, it could even upset people around you. It could even shake up people in your tribe or in your community, if that's the case here, if it's something, really big. And if that's the case, then you're even stronger than you think, because you're able to look past that. It's more important for you to adhere to the truth than it is to be accepted into a tribe, like I said, that you might already belong to. So again, a lot of courage involved this week. And then surrender and release. This could very much apply to a sense of any fear or hesitation around not doing this or not completing this. You might even feel tempted from time to time, for example, Sagittarius, not to go the distance, right? Or to keep something unfinished. And, and I understand why. And if there's ever an overarching need to take a break from something this week, or if you need to, say, assimilate some information, and in order to do that, you need to take a little step back. I mean, do that. That's really important to do that and really take in that information, assimilate it, and then go back to the rest of it. But yeah, in terms of surrender and release, we're just looking at surrendering to the truth, surrendering to the obvious, surrendering to facts, to what you're studying here, to the process, as it were, and then releasing any fear around it. I don't think you're going to have too much trouble when it comes to the fear part of it, just because you tend to be a philosophical sign anyway, so you could even be emboldened by the sense of newfound philosophy that comes with this knowledge or study. But if there is any hesitation to the assimilation of new knowledge or information, or if there's any hesitation with maybe indicating to your tribe or your community, for example, that you are taking on a new study or you're about to finish something, I would trust in yourself at this moment that you are doing the right thing for yourself. And you might even act as a beacon of information following this. You might even act as a beacon of knowledge and people can now come to you, or you can have even more intelligent or evolved conversations regarding this subject or variety of subjects in your life. So let's get one more card here and see what the Medicine card tarot has to say. All right, we have the Moose, and its keyword is self-esteem. I do see this as a large part of this tribal affiliation here. This is going to play a major part in it. I don't think it's going to be damaged at all. Your self-esteem might even be heightened this week because you have indeed allowed yourself to look past. I'm not going to say they're unimportant necessarily, but I'm going to say that they are at face value or shallow relationships or affiliations. Here we're looking at issues of self-esteem and belonging. So if you find that there's a truth that is going against your worldview, Sagittarius, you are more than likely this week to risk everything that's comfortable in pursuit of the truth this week and let the chips fall where they may, because I really do believe it's more important for you in maintaining self-respect and have self-esteem for yourself, and to expect that from others in pursuit of this. So I really see this as a really positive week for you. I really want to know how this works out for you this week. If you have a second, let me know in the comments. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel because I upload videos for your sign every single week. So until we meet next time, Sagittarius, take good care. Bye for now.